I paid just £3,150 for this Golf.
I took a gamble and bought it in the dark, literally. The first time my eyes were graced upon it was when it was being delivered. The car has been in an accident. The windscreen was bullseyed, the headlights been smashed, the wing mirror left to chat, so I wasted no time to get this thing sorted, but we had some problems. There's so much water in here. I found some hair. So we've established the person who drove this car spent a lot of time at the McDonald's drive-thru. All that aside, it was now time to get back into getting this car one step closer. We need to get the bonnet off because apparently my mate Paul reckons that it's actually easier to take the bonnet, to put the new windscreen in with the bonnet off. Now I thought he had a Pro Set tool which allowed him to use suction cups on the bonnet to actually take the windscreen in and out. But he said it's easier for us not to have the bonnet on, so we're going to get it off. But to do this, we need to remove the washer jets off the bonnet. I then disconnected the gas strut which supports the bonnet once it is open. With this out of the way, I then used this little frame. Using the 13mm spanner, we took the bolts out of the left-hand side of the hinge, and then the same again for the right-hand side. My plan was a little bit cowboy here, but just with me on my own, I decided I was going to try and take the bonnet off. So the plan was to take the bonnet off whilst it was laying as flat as possible. And just like that, we did slide the bonnet off relatively easily. I vowed to myself that when I'm doing YouTube, I like to keep it as honest and transparent as possible. There's loads of YouTube channels out there which potentially hide failures. The bonnet is off, but I did have a little fail. I've learned a lesson which I already knew. Sometimes when you're impatient, you should just wait. Regardless of how desperate you are to do something, just wait till you get someone to help you. I didn't get anyone to help me, and I have made a little bit of a damage to the wing. I just clipped this edge here. Now there's a little bit of a mark there anyway, and the paint had come off because the bonnet had shifted so much it did damage this corner anyway. But I'm not too bothered. I bent it back, a little bit of touch up, no one will ever know, and job will be a good one. Unfortunately, we can't advance any further as we're still waiting on some bonnet hinges so we can fit the new bonnet. Albeit missing panels, the windscreen is the only thing that actually makes this car look like it's been in a collision. It's time to get this smashed windscreen out. Once this has been changed, I think all the evidence will be pretty much gone. No one will ever know this has been hit, it just looks like it's being worked on. But to get the windscreen out, we need to remove these rubber trims that go up and down either side of the windscreen. Next up is the windscreen wiper arms. Now these need to come off so we can get the scuttle off. These are held in by a 10mm, which come off pretty easily to be fair, because these can get stuck. I then turn my attention to the scuttle panel, and these have a little metal clip that slides underneath. And just like that, they're off. I filmed a little video for Instagram earlier, did a little reel, turned the car around, and I don't really have enough space to do what I want to do. We're stuck in this little corner. But we have had a delivery of parts. I usually wait till any car is complete before I brand at mine, but I couldn't resist getting my wax OB private plates on, thus showing my support for the AF family. Now we need to turn our attention back over to the new parts we've got. And for that, we need to get this grille out. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious which part of the car we're now about to replace. But to do that, we need to remove this metal brace. I'm not 100% sure what it does. I think it may just add a little bit of structure to the front end, but it's in our way. With that removed, yes, we can get our new headlight in. This cost £400. Headlight in place, we need to get the T40 Torx bits in, which secure it in. One on the top there, one on the side, tucked behind the bumper. With the bumper back in place, it's now time to reinstate that metal bracket which goes over the top of the light, trying to get it in the factory position where it was prior to taking it off. It does also have a little clip underneath which is for the bonnet latch cable, that needs to be clipped in also. T40 Torx going in. One more tucked behind the grille here. Finally, the grille needs to slot back into the bumper. That is just clipped in across the bottom and the top and is held in by two T25 Torx. As you can see, we're putting them back in here, clipping it in as we go. I'm at a funny point because I want to get the car done as soon as possible, but I want to enjoy making content with it, making videos with it, getting it done at my leisure, making the most of doing it as such, but we have got a little bit of a deadline. It'd be nice to get this done by the end of the month. My sister-in-law is going to have my Tiguan, so it'd be nice if we can get this finished so she can have my Tiguan. Got a list of jobs to do for that, for her. But we just need bonnet hinges so we can put the bonnet on. We need that new wing mirror. And then she's going to be there in terms of roadworthy. Whether she's worthy enough for me is a different question. The inside needs tackling. The outside needs a full decon paint correction. I'm actually really excited to get this thing cleaned. Windscreen needs changing, waiting for Homeboy for that. So fingers crossed, next week this car will be on the road. It's quite a bold target to hit, but let's see if we can get this car ready in a week's time. Now the only thing that screams it's been an accident is the windscreen.
I don't quite know if I'd call him a mate. I've got my mate Paul here. I don't know if that's focused on you, but anyway. Got my mate Paul here. He is coming, or he is here to fit the windscreen. I say he's coming. He's been coming for last week, all morning, and he's only just turned up, and it's only bloody 10 to 12. He should have been here at 10 o'clock this morning. But he's here nonetheless, and we're gonna whip out this smashed up screen on the Golf, and that is gonna make a massive difference to the overall appearance of his car and get us that next step closer to actually getting this on the road.
Jesus Christ.
Don't worry, I'll crop this bit out.
They super glue it in.
I'll just do a voiceover and say it's your first day or something.
Yeah, it is my first day. It's my first job. I've only done training yet. This is training.
I think you said that when you took my Brasilia windscreen out.
Yeah, that was only about an hour ago.
That was only yesterday. So it's your second day on the job.
That's how the video looks anyway.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Anyway, Paul's taken them bits off just so we can get the windscreen out, because that would be a bit silly to take the screen out with the rear view mirror plugged in.
Moisture sensor.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, auto lights, auto wipers.
That's why you can't have them silly little sun strips, because that blocks it up.
Oh, you can. Oh, yeah, not over the top. I think we put a new range sensor in, gel pad. Nice.
Paul removes the windscreen with this WRD tool, which is quite impressive. It uses this non-conductive like string that goes all the way around the perimeter of the windscreen. This little device here cranks it up and pulls the cable all the way around the outside, which cuts the silicone which holds the windscreen in. And just like that, the screen's out. Previous windscreen wasn't a standard VW one, so it has been replaced and to a Paul standard, but Paul will do a good job with this new one. This is a brand new piece of glass and it's quite expensive. For the glass to have the sealer on it, it needs to be primed, so Paul primes the edges of the glass here. We then turn our attention to the actual car, where Paul applies this bead of silicone all the way around the perimeter of the windscreen. This is what the glass will sit in and will give us that watertight seal to save us from getting any water in, obviously. This is a bit of skill and a bit of art itself, using this Milwaukee silicone pump gun to get the perfect edge all the way around the perimeter of the car. Don't you hate that feeling of being watched? Well, Paul was watched by the quality control police, and that was in the form of me and Quinn. And just like that, a brand new screen is in the Golf, and now all evidence of it being crashed has vanished.
Unfortunately, that is all we have got time for. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, smash that thumbs up button, smash the subscribe button down below. Drop us a comment, we love to hear from you. check out some of the other content on the channel, and make sure to come back for further updates on the Golf. See you in the next one. Peace out.